My name is Francesca Harper, and I am a choreographer and director. So I started my career in ballet. I started at the Dance Theater of Harlem. I went on to dance in the Frankfurt Ballet, and then after that I did several Broadway productions. I was introduced to creating and starting dance films when I was working with William Forsythe, and in that process I started realizing the similarities between choreography and editing. I then went on to also collaborate with visual artists, Nick Cave and Carrie Mae Weems. As part of the LEAP initiative, I was assigned the case and the killing of Aiyana Mo'Nay Stanley-Jones. This is a little girl. She was 7 years old, and she was murdered in her home. One element that makes this case even more important is the fact that the officer, Joseph Weekley, was a reality TV star and then shot several episodes of Detroit SWAT. And so they had cameras following them that evening. That's what really opened a lot of questions for me. I think the most painful part is how negligent these officers were that evening. It is a sign that the kind of exposure that these men would get was the priority, and it was not to serve justice. All of the complexities of this story encapsulated how American media and entertainment profits off of the erasure and harm of Black lives. How does our society benefit from police brutality? And how do these factors impact the psychological states of minds of these officers? I started with some dance phrases that were very much inspired by concepts behind the case: erasure, relationships, negligence, and then worked very much collaboratively with the dancers. How would you maybe morph or adapt this phrase to infuse your opinions? And so I think that that was so exciting about the process. Through our collaboration, it was also empowering for all of us. I worked with a designer, Elias Garola. I called my dear collaborator, Nona Hendricks, rock star extraordinaire, but also composer. I also reached out to Carrie Mae Weems, who was very much an inspiration for me and was very much inspired by her photography. My hopes are that with this confrontation living at the foundation of the work, that we will collectively find more ways to demand accountability from our officers, our elected officials, and demand that our systems of inequity and erasure be dismantled so that we can hopefully begin again